Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today I want to go over bin 1. It's been 32 days since our last update, so it's been a long time in between, but you know, it's one of those things where it sometimes happens, even when you're doing this yourself, you're going on vacation and things like that, you might have these long gaps, and gaps are perfectly fine. The worms typically do better without a lot of, poking and prodding like I do to show you, but at the same time, this can happen, and for me it's happening because of the fruit fly issue. I think it's solved. I think that almost all of them are gone. I know if you've watched any of my other videos, it looks like that I have solved this problem. I found all the places they were coming from. So now it's time to get back into the routine of checking these bins weekly and giving them food. I don't know if we'll feed them today. We're going to just open them up and take a look, and we'll see how they're doing. So let's open this bin up and take a look, and we'll see. Maybe we'll need some food. We'll definitely probably add some grit to it and maybe even some more paper. So let's go and take a look. All right, so here's bin 1, our last update, and today's update, as you can see, 31 days in there, or 32 days in there. So, it's time to take a really good look at this and see how it's doing and see if there's any issues. So first off, the lid is dry, so that means it might be a little bit dry in here. Well, we're going to have to dig in and see. But as you can see, I've got this one fruit fly trap on here. Looks like it caught a few fruit flies, nothing major. I'm going to put this off to the side here. I don't think we're going to put that back in. Hopefully we don't have a fruit fly issue in here, but we'll see. So first off, let's just take a look. Let's take this piece off right here. I don't think I really need this in here anymore. I think we're going to spread this out and let the worms go to work a little bit more. I was trying to get this ready for harvesting, but with everything going on, I think we're just going to kind of continue to let this get worked through, this material in here. So let's just dig this down. Okay, first off, are seeing a worm. Looks fairly healthy, still moving around. I was a little bit worried since I haven't checked on this in a while. And it's very compact down in here in the bottom. Very, very compact. Material in here, though, looks really good. Really good material. It's very loose. No odor. Much more compact, though, than I really like. Actually, some worms in here too. I mean, you can see that they're really starting to work at this paper because there's no food probably left in here. Actually, there's a little baby worm right there. You can see him. It's really tiny. I don't know if it'll focus right there, but look at that. A really tiny worm right there. So they're still multiplying in here. It looks like they're still doing well, but they could be doing better probably if there was more food. Here's an avocado shell, which I know from experience. Look at that. You get a little worm ball in there. I mean, that's bunch of worms in that little avocado shell, and there's probably not much left in there, but they're trying to work at it. So it shows how much they really need some food in here. I'm not sure what this is. That's a piece of something, though, that they ate the inside out of. So I'm not sure what that was. Maybe this is an avocado seed that fell in there. But the material looks good. There's more worms as I work through it. Some of them nice, big, healthy-looking worms still. So a lot of tiny worms, though, which I notice when you don't feed a bin a lot, or they get sort of, dry like this, but especially when they don't feed a lot, they start to get these little tiny worms in there because they obviously don't have the food necessary to really grow. And what can happen when you have a lot of worms like that, when you get food in there and you get the moisture right, they can explode, actually. So right now I'm just trying to take a look down in here. This is the last side that we fed on. Thought I just saw a big pile of worms in here. There we go. As you can see, they're in that paper section, working on the paper in there. So they're really, really going to town on this paper that's in here, which is a good thing. I mean, the goal is to get rid of all the cardboard in here as well. And I don't think we're going to add too much paper. We might add a little bit, though, this time, because it does look like this is pretty well. We're going to feed on the same side, though, I think. We're just going to continue getting another little bit of food in here, fresh food, and keep this bin going pretty, while it's while I'm still dealing with those, not dealing with, but to make sure this fruit fly issue is gone. I'm going to add in a bunch of frozen carrots in here. These are all frozen. You can tell by the sound. So I think, let me see if I can pull up this. I do actually have some coffee grounds over here, but I think they might all be stuck together because they're frozen, and they are. So I think I'm going to leave those off for now. So this is a small feeding, just some carrot. I'm going to put a little bit of cardboard on top as well. Even though it's frozen, it's not nearly as frozen as some of the other foods I have. I'm just going to take off my glove here real quick and add a little bit of crushed eggshell. I did see quite a bit of like white speckles on stuff, so I'm not too worried about grip, but you know, just add a little bit. By the way, as always, be careful when adding this stuff. You really should make sure you're covering your mouth or in your nose and not breathing it in. I have it low in there, so I'm not too worried about it. I am going to add a splash of water. I know I'm adding just a little bit. The lid was dry. It doesn't need a whole lot, though. It feels like it's a decent moisture content. As you can tell, even from the bottom, there's no real moisture buildup or anything like that. So I'm just adding a little bit of water. As you know, what I'm adding in here is pretty dry with those carrot peelings, and it's okay. It'll move around in the bin, but it's just to add a little bit. I'm not trying to saturate the bin or, you know, do anything like that. I'm just trying to get it flowing again as far as getting a little bit of water in there. All right, so this is the avocado peel. I'm going to put that in the bottom. I don't really want that on top. So you can see there's worms all through here. So hopefully they'll start digging down. They'll take care of this. They'll get reacquainted with the bin. Oh, there's that another piece of avocado peel. Let's move that down to the bottom there. I don't really want that around the top. Now, one thing that I had been doing on some of the other bins, if you've been watching my videos like the pine shavings, I've been adding plastic to the top. I'm not going to do that on this bin. I am going to put this piece of plastic in here. I left the shirt just in here, just on the bottom, but I'm going to put this piece of plastic to sort of mark where we fed. But I think this one we're going to leave open sort of how it is right now, and we're just going to leave it at, you know, open with the lid. I think on bin 2, though, I think we're going to add some plastic and change that one up a little bit and see if how these diverge as far as the way that they're doing. So that's my update. So hopefully there won't be any fruit flies in here when we check on it next time. I'm not adding that trap back in here, but I have not seen any come out. I've sort of opened it up and checked on it a little bit. So we're just going to put this lid back on, and that's my update for this week. So hopefully we'll be back a little bit sooner than before, but thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know down below.